No.
Podcast.
Say it again.
Jason Chip Podcast. Jason Chip Podcast. Jason Chip Podcast.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Good job, Lily.
Welcome to. Hey, you already got the welcome. Right into it,
Let's get into
man.
it.
How you doing? You good? I feel like you should be in a great mood. You're enjoying yourself. You're very happy. You're like, man, I'm locked in. I'm good to go. We won. Pulled it out. Mikal Bridges went nuts. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? How's it feel? How's it feel?
it feels great. I feel free as a bird. I was very stressed out after the 2-2 tie, and shout out to Monty Williams for making some crucial adjustments. Love the twin tower action that he had with JaVale McGee and DeAndre Ayton, and then I love the fact that he brought in Bismack Biyombo and Aaron Holiday, kind of changed up the lineup a little bit. He sat Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig, no offense, I love Torrey, but he's been killing us. He's been killing us all series. He lost a step, it seems, this season, and we need to fresh. We need to get some new people in. And Mikal Bridges, man, he played so well. He had something like 3-4 blocks and 2 steals and 30-something points. He crushed it. Love to see Mikal step up. Chris Paul did his thing. DeAndre Ayton did his thing. That's the Suns that I know, and I think it stemmed from the lineup changes and the adjustments at Monty.
So going into game 6, what y'all feeling? How what you feeling? You feeling it's a wrap? It's y'all can close it out. Don't have to do a game 7.
Yeah, if he sticks with the lineups that he went with yesterday, I think so. I think it ends in game 6. Because honestly, the Twin Tower action works because they've been killing us on second chances and offensive rebounds. And if we're able to just reduce the amount of rebounds that the Pelicans get, I think that is kind of like the catalyst for us winning these games. So I think it's going to end in game 6 as long as we stick with the same lineups and Torrey Craig, rides the bench for the series and maybe for the playoffs, honestly.
Yeah,
I believe it's been great.
Yeah, y'all got it. I feel like wrap it up in game 6. Yeah, I think the motivation is to really get some rest and hope and pray that the Jazz figure it out and win this game 6 so they can go to game 7.
Another update too. This might be hearsay or just a rumor, but after the game, Devin Booker was walking by the Pelicans bench and he was saying, "I'm back." So he might be coming back for game 6. I don't want to hype up any sort of rumors, but there's recordings, and then there's also people that, were there that mentioned that they heard that from Booker as well. So that could be kind of icing on the cake.
Because when people were talking about the hamstring injury is going to take a long time. He's never going to be 100%. And I was like, there's different types of hamstring injuries, and how he pulled his, you can tell it wasn't bad, but he knew he felt something. You know what I'm saying?
And something to note as well is that it's not the same hamstring injury as his previous hamstring injury. It's a different leg.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was day to day. People were speculating whether it's going to be 2-3 weeks. I think it's day to day. They've, Monty and Devin Booker have been very clear about that he is day to day, and we'll see if he wants to come back for game 6. I think we'll win no matter what, but having Booker back for game 6 would be even further reassurance.
Yeah, I think he should be on his Steph Curry off the bench type thing. If he could be dressed and ready to go if need be, check in early, and then if y'all up by 10, just sit until you need him to come in and hit a few threes or something like that. But I don't think he needs to force this one. I feel like they need to do something like Miami. I'm like, Miami sat out Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Buckets for this home game. I mean, they almost guaranteed, look it, man, we lose and have to go back to Atlanta. We'll wrap it up there, but I'd rather get these guys some rest. I know Kyle has a lingering injury, but Jimmy, I don't even know if he had an injury. He was just I'm not
Devin Booker to get 10, 15 minutes, and I think that would be good.
And then what's it called? Ja, man. I'm sorry. That might have been it has to be top 3 playoff dunks I've ever seen.
Yeah, on the league. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that obviously Dr. J's Rock the Cradle, his layup. when Dr. J dunked on Michael Cooper is probably another one that's freaking really dope. But man,
yeah, it's tough. I mean, if you're the Timberwolves, man, you just struggle to close out games.
Can't close.
Honestly, that D'Lo shot, that was so ugly. I'm sorry. Like, what the hell was that? Like, that was disgusting. And then Anthony Edwards at the end, that was a great play by Chris Finch and a great pass at the end there to tie it up. But Anthony Edwards, you kind of dropped the ball on that defense, bro. How are you going to let Ja Morant drive to the lane? Like, make him shoot that jumper.
Yeah, you can't go for that. You cannot go for that. It's one of those things. It's playing. What's it called? Five deep. Outfield. Everybody get back.
Right.
Prevent defense. Prevent defense. Just pretty much stay. Let him get the ball up top and just chill out. Just chill out. Let him get it and rock.
Ja doesn't have a jumper. Ja doesn't have a jumper.
Not enough to where he's gonna like. Now, do I have confidence Ja could probably make that a game-winning jumper if need be? Shoot, you never know. But him driving to the hoop is higher percentage by far.
It's a 99.9% chance he's gonna make that layup. His jumper is not there. I'm sorry, he doesn't have a mid-range game. He has floater game, but he doesn't have a jumper. So if you would have forced him to, shoot that jump shot, I think it would have been a different story, and Timberwolves would have been up on this series. But they constantly fucking up.
Yeah, and that's the pressure of just late games. They're still young, and they still have these moments where they're just trying to do too much. And I feel like Chris Finch has to reel them in sometimes, and sometimes they just don't want to listen. I mean, and Chuck said this before. He says that when they get a lead, they start playing soul ball, this me ball. Like everybody wants to get there. All five guys, instead of Chris telling everybody like, "Hey, look it, we're up by 10, 15. Let's just give Cat the ball every single down. Cat Edwards. That's it. That's all you need to do. Go to your guys that are going to at least score one out of the next 3 times. Cat might miss, but it's rare he's going to miss 3 times in a row with who's guarding him. Like, it's not going to happen.
But I think that's one of the problems too, though, is that whenever they're trying to close out games, for some reason, Cat loves to catch the ball up top, like above the 3-point line. And I don't understand like why he's not trying to like post up and try to get lower and closer to the basket. And that's where, that's much more of a high percentage shot. And that's where I think he's dangerous, and that's where you can close out games. I don't know why he likes to go up to the 3-point line and try to get the ball and then make a move, dude. Like, because I understand he's very elusive, but that's where he gets into trouble. That's sometimes you get the offensive fouls or travels and shit like that. So I wish he would post up more, but that's, that's in the past now, I guess.
He's the greatest shooting big man of all time. So he always gonna go out there and
don't say that.
I know this is him. This is him. This is him.
Okay.
This is not me.
Okay,
My bad. No. I said that wrong.
I was like, don't you dare.
Proclaim greatest big man shooter of all time. So he's gonna love to stay up there and do his thing. But he had a good game. You know what I'm saying? He might have shushed the crowd a little early. 8 minutes in the game, you shushing the crowd is a very, very bold move, my guy, in basketball. Unless you up by 25, you should not be going shh and at that early. Like, bro, like you're only 5 baskets up. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not blowing them out. Like, calm down.
He's just it just seems that he's kind of immature at times, and
very.
He is quick to talk when they're up. And he doesn't finish. He doesn't finish the games. He doesn't take control of the game. So, I mean, that's on him. Maybe it's a learning lesson for him. Maybe. No. I still think the Memphis Grizzlies will come out this series, especially now that the Timberwolves are so deflated from that, lost lead. This is the second time in the series, right?
Yeah, second time in the series. They've lost the lead. And this time around, he was like, Cat was like, these are games you just, these games you just hate. But Cat, the first time is you had a blowout that you lost the lead. You say you went home and wind and things like that. When I would get on Cat, he had a good game. They need to step it up. They need to learn how to close. Cat's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? When we are comparing them to guys like Ben Simmons, guys that are mentally triggered by situations, mentally blocked that. It's a mental block that triggers his back injury, according to Shams. Which is
I
He
don't
pulled
understand
himself
that.
from the
What does that mean?
game on Monday. It means that he has PTSD from some type of situation. You know what I'm saying?
So he has
'Cause
stress mentally, and then that causes aches in his back?
yes.
Got you. Okay. I'm gonna go out and say that's kind of bullshit, but whatever. I'm not him. I'm not gonna sit here and tell. I'm never the type to tell a player that your injury is invalid. It seems like bullshit, but I just wish that he wasn't his own worst enemy. Sometimes it seems like he is causing pain to himself by not
Everywhere.
participating in these games, especially no one was expecting you to put up 35 minutes and 30 points in that game 4. They just wanted 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
This
some
one
sort
is
of effort. Shit, just like check in the game, check out, do something.
and
Uh,
yeah, and that's why I kind of what you said last episode was pretty much, bro, just take a break.
Yeah,
Just take a break.
honestly. Yeah, just take a break from basketball.
Just say, hey guys, I just need to take a break. But
Yeah,
he's like we said last time, he's trying to get his winnings back. He's trying to get his money back. He's trying to show like he's trying to come back to play basketball. But bro, when you have things like this come out where your back is you get your back injury is triggered by mental block. I understand mental health is very important. We talked about this before. You need to be mentally ready to play basketball. It's a mental and physical game.
right.
But if you are not ready mentally, just say it. Just come out and be honest with the people that are paying you, honest with people around you.
Yeah,
Again, I say this about his circle. They are whack. They are not good people. If you just come up, tell your homie, hey, bro, I see you struggling right now with everything mentally. Just take a break. It's
right.
okay. Take a
Stop,
break.
stop leading people on.
You're young. You can take a year off.
Right.
You can just say, hey guys, I'm gonna take you. I mean, obviously, right now he did take a year off, technically, not playing for the Sixers, coming back. But still mentally, he was doing too much, doing all this stuff happening. Just take a year off out of the media, go to home, hang out, work on your game on your
Right.
own time. And when you're ready, somebody will pick you back up, dog. You're not old. You're not an old guy. Like
Yep.
you're not, your game hasn't, like, you're still an elite defender. Like, just take a year off, bro. Like, just
Right.
take a year off. Sabbatical, something.
Yep. Find God. I don't know. Figure
Yeah.
it out.
Jeez.
Whatever he's doing right now, though, ain't working.
It
It's
ain't.
to stop. You need to stop leading people on, and just be upfront with your injury or your mental illness, and just take a step back, maybe take a break for a whole season, and move on. It's just one of those things that you're harping right now, and the fact that you're leading people on is creating a difficult situation for you even more. So it's even adding to the pain, I feel. So figure that shit out, dude. I'm tired of
Yeah,
talking about it, honestly. I'm tired of talking about Ben Simmons because he knows the fuck
for
out of
real.
me at this point.
Yeah, we gonna move right on. We got, you got today's games. Before we get into Wednesday's games that are probably just gonna end anyway. Doc Rivers, I gotta talk about him. Doc Rivers could be the first coach ever
Yeah.
to lose a 3-0 lead. It brings me so much joy. It brings me so much joy because all the years I've been telling people, even when he was coaching the Clippers, that he's not a good coach. He's a talking coach. Yes, he can run some play. He has some great out of bounds plays. I give him that. But I'm trying to tell people, man, he might have been good, but he ain't good no more. And if he can't figure this team out, now he's going back to Toronto. No Thibault, you know what I'm saying, because he ain't vaccinated. So it's like, now you're playing with injured Joel, no Thibault. Your team couldn't beat the Raptors with no Fred. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like,
yeah, I still think
it's
that
it's setting up for a disaster, and I'm enjoying it. I'm just watching, like, ooh,
yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, Toronto's putting up a fight. I still think the Sixers win their next game, and just take the series. I think Joel Embiid's too good, and I don't think they have an answer for Joel Embiid. Who's guarding him? Precious?
I told you, it doesn't matter. Joel Embiid is going to have a great game. It's what it is. He's an
Where's
MVP
Tobias
caliber player.
Harrison? James
It's
Harden?
everybody else. Everybody else, I don't trust no one else on that 76ers team.
Yeah.
You cannot win games in the NBA with one guy. It's just not no NBA series, playoffs, my bad. Playoff series are won by teams, by at least 2 to 3 guys. We saw in the Nets series. 2 guys can't beat a good team. 1 guy cannot beat a even okay team. I'm not saying the Raptors or the Celtics, but they're still decent. Nick Nurse is still a great coach, and they still can play some D, and they're showing it. Now they're going back home. I can't see the Raptors losing at home and losing the series at home. So is there going to be a game 7? I think definitely. And that's where
I hope
that's where the cookie crumbles right there, boy.
I hope it. I love to see upsets because it just makes it easier on the Suns. So I'm all about upsets. I would love to see the Raptors beat the Sixers. I just don't see it happening. James Harden is due for a good game. I know he's washed, but I think he's due. He is due for at least one good game of the series because he's been trash. And then Tobias Harris is – what's up with that man?
Look at all the people you name it and hoping that they show up.
Just one game. Show up one game.
Nope. Yeah, Chicago, Milwaukee, that series is over. I mean, Chicago's going to be missing Alex Caruso and Zach LaVine because of protocols. It's health and safety protocols. That game's unless DeMar goes and has 60 and it's over.
Kobe White, time to step up.
So nope. So I can't wait for the Bucks. That Bucks Celtics series is gonna be fire. And then Denver, Golden State's gonna wrap that up at home. That's a done deal. Golden State's gonna be sitting there waiting for whoever wins that. Whoa, my gosh, they're going blank. What is going on? What is that series?
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies or the Timberwolves is who the Warriors would play. And then the Suns will play either the Jazz or the Mavs. I'd like to play either of those teams because they're both trash, so I can care less. I would love to beat Luka, though. Luka would be fun. We've beaten them, 16 straight games or something like that? So I would love to continue that streak and pile on that. I think I just want to remind, this is something that I mentioned last episode. I want to remind that everyone on the Warriors train, the hype train right now, realize that they're playing a deflated and hurt Nuggets team. So anyone's going to look good against them. Charles and I could be playing against them, and we're going to look like all-stars, So just want to remind everyone just to make sure to look at it from an objective lens and realize who they're playing. And, of course, they look good. Let's see how they play against the Grizzlies, who I think is going to win that series.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, getting into it. So, we like to dabble in edibles and things like that. We saw the story. We saw the story in Florida. This bride decided to lace the food with weed, and the chef was in on it too.
Yeah.
And they got in trouble. People started tripping. No one said anything. People called the cops, called the paramedics. They both got arrested. I know none are like up for 5 years in jail or a $5,000 fine or something like that. All you had to do was get on the mic and say, "Hey guys, just to let you know, the food has weed in it.
It's laced.
It's laced with weed. If you want to enjoy it, here's the side. Here's the weed, the non-weed food on the left."
Yeah. Honestly, though, so here's the thing: is that you never should drug or I hate when using the word drug because I don't really necessarily see weed as a drug, but don't lace the shit with weed without telling them. You gotta let people know that you're infusing the food. I mean, you gotta let people know. That said, for the people to like freak out and call the cops and to like go to the hospital, that's kind of lame as fuck, to be honest. And why don't you have someone being like, they're going to be all right. No one's ever died from weed. You're going to be fine. Just rest up, drink some water. They should have had some like CBD because that kind of counters the effects a little bit and makes it to where you're not going to be freaking out as much. So they could have had CBD, but I think it was just they didn't think it through as far as, hey, everyone's gonna have a great time. We're gonna lace this shit. And also, how much weed did you put in there? Did you infuse it like by a lot? Do you know what you're doing? Did you just put a bunch of fucking milligrams in there and then now all these people are freaking out? or are they just lightweights? I'm curious to find out how many milligrams they actually put into this food. My hunch is that it might be a combination of both. Maybe they put in a little bit too much, but then also the folks that were freaking out maybe never had taken edibles before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Sometimes it's jarring. Edibles are different from just smoking. You can give them somebody that has smoked before, have never had some weed before, and you give them like a joint or something like that. They they can take their time. They can breathe in what they want. Edibles, bro. If you have never taken edibles before and you take a lot or you take a little bit and it just hits you and you don't know especially if you don't know it's coming, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, you digest it differently.
Yeah.
You digest through your gut instead of, through your lungs. And it's a different type of high. But nonetheless, those people that went to the hospital and called the police, like, chill the fuck out. Someone should have been there to kind of lifeguard and make sure that everyone is like, okay, you realize no one's died from weed. You'll be fine. Everything's going to be okay. But that said, you shouldn't be fucking infusing food without telling people.
That's our positive note for today.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Everybody, chill out.
Relax.
Ben Simmons, chill out.
Relax.
Hey,
take
if
a
you're watching this and you're listening to this and you're sitting at home and you're stressing, take a breather.
Yep.
If you like to smoke weed, smoke some weed. If you don't, do some CBD. But hey, just chill out. Chill out. It's going to be a good year for you. You're going to be all right. Just chill out for a second. Take some seconds. Take a deep breath and chill for a second. Just chill out. That's what we want.
Musa.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you listening. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you keep on enjoying the playoffs. Keep on enjoying life. Elon Musk owns Twitter. Good for him. I don't really care, low key.
Yeah, I mean it's one fucking rich asshole that owns Twitter versus another one. It's just like whoever's gonna own Twitter or own these companies, it's never gonna be someone that has a great track record. It's just gonna be someone that is rich, and I could care less. $44 billion is a lot of fucking money. I doubt Twitter is actually worth that much. That said, I don't know how they monopolize these selling our data. So there could be a lot of juice there. But nonetheless, I think you could see a real decrease in adoption upcoming. You saw how many people left Facebook. You saw how many people left Netflix subscription. Like, people can get uninterested very quickly. And to pay $44 billion, that's just a fuck ton of money to bet on Twitter continuing to be one of
many people in this world need some help.
Platforms.
There's so many people that need help, and so many people just so against it, like handouts and all this other stuff. But there's people in this world that need this help, need a little bit, 1 billion, just 1 billion to world hunger. Some, you know what I'm saying? Just like, let's do that. Like, see what that does,
I don't know.
But we go too deep in the weeds. We can be talking about this for a while, so we don't leave it on that. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We appreciate y'all.